brand new single is Blue Cowboy Boots. And you guys make sure you're streaming that everywhere. We're going to have a little fun with Karen, then we'll let her on her way. These segments are kind of like little reels that I do to get people excited about the full episode, so they don't take too long. The first one's called Did You Know? Can you tell us something your fans may not know about you?
I don't think people realize that I really, really, really enjoy like kayaking. Like
Really?
the simplicity of kayaking. Yeah, I don't really talk about that much. It's kind of like a personal thing I do. Like I just throw the kayak in. We live close to the lake. So it's kind of like it's nice to just throw it in for like 2 hours. You doesn't have to take up the whole day. Just a little something, something, throw it in at sunset, paddle around for a minute, get a good arm workout. That's a nice thing that doesn't require like you don't have to like clean the boat after or pack all the cooler. You can just kind of go throw it in and go do that. And so I love the lake life. That is something that actually we live outside of Nashville a little bit, not too far, but I can be in Nashville in 20 minutes, but I also have the beauty of living by the lake. Mm-hmm. So I kind of am a lake life girl. I love to go out to eat with the sun setting over the lake, the peace. I love the water. I love turtles.
Love it.
I love to go get some delicious food at we did that last night to celebrate. We went to a place right here by the house that's on the water, got to see the water, got to eat some seafood. I got a halibut. I love fresh wild caught fish.
Nice.
A lot of appreciation for the ocean.
I was gonna say, being from New Orleans, that doesn't surprise me one bit. Being a water girl.
Yep.
All right, next one's called Mount Rushmore. We talked about Len Anderson. We talked about Jeannie C. Riley. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of country women?
This is not even a question that needs to even be thought about. Dolly, hello. Mm-hmm. She's in the background. You see, she's with me. My living room is decorated. Dolly. I'm in my living room right now, and everything's decorated. Dolly. These were actually given to me by a friend of mine, Carolyn, for Christmas last year or the year before. And so I've just kind of got like Dolly coasters and Dolly books out, and I kind of have a 1970s mid-century modern retro style that we went with, which I think is fun, funky and weird. Like you see the pillows behind me and my couch is green. So I love Dolly, and I've never gotten to meet her, but I did meet her stylist yesterday at Lynn Anderson's. So I'm getting closer. I told him, I said, maybe I could just like be borrowing an outfit the same day and be
You get 3 more ladies on Mount Rushmore. Dolly's the first. So who
Okay. And is it meet them or work with them?
Just whoever you think the best 4 women are in country music history.
Oh, in history?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that one. Wow. Okay, so definitely Dolly. Gosh, I gotta say I would put Miranda Lambert up there.
Okay, yeah.
She's a great songwriter. I look at her as an inspiration for like brand partners and career growth, and she is focused and she is crushing and she makes great music.
Yes.
Like her music is great. She has a gift to be able to collaborate with other musicians and not step on them or let them step on her. I think she does a really good job with that. Gotta shout out my girl, Lainey Wilson, my Louisiana girl. Girl is on it. She is on fire. She is incredibly kind. I got to meet her at backstage at The Voice. She is, she has this peaceful Louisiana energy about her that I like. She's not overwhelmed. She's I think she's very focused on what she's doing, appreciative of what she's doing, and her songs are just so good. Like I was listening to her somewhere over the radio yesterday, and I'm just driving. I'm by myself. I talk to myself. I'm like, that shit is good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but that shit is freaking great. So if I hear a great song, I appreciate it. I appreciate the writer of that song. I appreciate the creativity of that song. And I also appreciate the fact that Lainey is from Louisiana, and I think she's a good representation of Louisiana women. And I see her as somebody that I would like to work with one day as a Louisiana girl,
Yeah, you never know.
You gotta set your sights high.
Absolutely.
So gotta say her.
You got Dolly, Lainey, and Miranda. One more.
I would have to put Janis Joplin.
Okay.
She's so vivacious and her music was so free, and she was so vocal tone is so unique and distinctive
Mhm.
that you can hear a Janis Joplin song on level 2 at the restaurant, and you're like, I think that's a song, and no, it's her. Like, her voice is
And
so
you went viral with
special.
Janis Joplin as well, didn't you? With Mercedes Benz.
I've done a lot of covers. Yeah, I did. Mercedes Benz. Thank you for bringing that up. And
Yep.
a lot of times people will ask me to just bust into that at a gig
I
somewhere,
love
and
that
that's
song.
really cool.
Yeah, I love that song.
She's probably the one that if I got up to heaven and God was like, great work, my child, singing, can you pick from all these people to go have lunch with? I would be like, let's start with Janice.
Yeah. I've heard some great Janis Joplin stories from somebody who was in her first band, the Waller Creek Boys, back in the day. He's no longer with us, but man, his name was Paul St. John, and he was in her band with her back in the day, and he had some great stories.
Really?
Yeah.
Stories that represent her in a positive light.
Oh
like
yeah.
with her
Oh yeah.
generosity.
Absolutely. This was back before she was, really into the influences and stuff that kind of was her downfall. So this was back when she was uber creative, like the folk days,
Okay.
kind of, because they were a folk
And
band, they were a folk trio.
wow. And he
Yeah.
said she was just really creative and always
Yeah.
coming to the table with great stuff.
Yep. It was good stuff. All right, next segment is called What the Heck. I'm just going to pull 5 random questions, and this is in rapid fire fashion. So whatever pops into your brain, give it to me.
Let's go.
All right, number 1, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
Ooh, okay. That doesn't surprise me, Louisiana.
I'm good on that.
All right, number 2, are you more of a hunter or a gatherer?
I would say I'm a gatherer.
Okay.
I love to unite people.
All right, number 3, what was your most awkward moment on stage?
Oh my God, this is super easy. Okay, so so I'm in college at the University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg, and I had not very much experience touring or anything. So I had these adhesive stick-on bra that because I had an open back. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. And in the middle of the show, I swear the bra just falls into my shirt, of course. So I'm like, oh no, I don't know.
Well, that
what to
could have
do.
been worse then.
So I run off stage, and my friend that's playing, she was also a rookie. And instead of her doing what a professional would do, which is just play the next song and act like it didn't happen, she says in the microphone, Karen, where did you go?
She called you out.
She didn't know better. We just didn't have any experience,
Oh my
And
God.
she's like, hold on, guys. We need to find Karen. She just left. I don't know why she left. It was just so awkward. And I was backstage, like looking for duct tape or anything I could to go back on,
Oh
And so
my
that's kind of
gosh.
a funny, I think your women listeners will be laughing at that because they'll get that better than
The
men. Y'all will probably
wardrobe
leave me, but
malfunction from Karen Waldrup. There you
the
go.
women are like, oh my God, that's so bad.
All right, number 4, on average, how many times a week do you hurt yourself attempting to dance in the shower?
Dancing in the shower, not as much probably as singing in the shower.
Yeah.
I love to sing. I still love to just sing. I was singing this morning doing my dishes. It's cool to like do what you love and don't feel like and so anytime I challenge myself with this as well. Anytime someone says, like, even in an elevator or make a joke at the gate, like, oh, we see you have a guitar. Are you going to sing for us? I will literally start singing. Like, I know that it's my job, and I know that it brings light, and I know that it makes people smile. And I know that guy's probably working really freaking hard all day long, and he probably hasn't had anybody do anything for him that day. So I don't miss my chance on that. I'll just bust out, I'll just bust out right there at the gate.
All right, last one on this segment. What are you most afraid of?
Most afraid of? That's such a great question. I think it would probably be like doing something and someone misunderstanding or it getting twisted and me ending up like in jail or something.
Yeah.
Like I would hate that. I wouldn't be able to play music. I wouldn't be able to tour. So I live my life. I can honestly say that I live a very ethical, life, and I don't like mistreat people or steal or rob people or do a lot of things that people go to jail for. But like if there was some frame or somebody planted something in my car or something and I got busted and I had to get attorneys and now I'm in court and that kind of thing would just be so horrible. And that happens to people.
See, for
And
me,
so
I'm very close to that. Like, as an interviewer, I can honestly say, like, every single person that I chat with on this show, I enjoy them. Like, I'm a fan, right? So,
yeah,
like, I don't just have somebody on because there's someone or they're whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But, like, for me, it's somebody that I love. I enjoy their music or I enjoy their story or whatever. And, like, my biggest fear as an interviewer is to say something that isn't meant the way that it came out.
oh, I know that has
know?
happened. That has happened to me as well. Like I accidentally said a curse word live on the
Yeah.
air one time for like a kid friendly thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Well, like I just had someone on recently, one of my favorite songwriters ever. Her name's Courtney Patton. She's in Texas, and I said the word self-righteous instead of self-reflective.
Oh,
And right, so like thankfully she was super understanding, but like the wrong word came out, and I felt so terrible about it. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm such a big fan. So like the last thing I want to do on the show is like offend somebody or sensationalize something. Like
totally.
I'm not that kind of content creator where I'm trying to get somebody to say something or, it become clickbait and stuff like that. Like I
Yeah.
legitimately enjoy the stories. So
Absolutely. I feel you on that. It's
so
hard-
yeah,
we're
your answer
all-
to that kind of reminded me of that. So
We're all human. We all make
absolutely.
mistakes. We all do things that we look back and say, dang, why did I do that? Why did I say that?
Yep. And thankfully I can edit it out if I need to.
Yes, right?
But really, like, I'm not worried about offending somebody else. I'm worried about offending the person that I said it to. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
obviously everything's cool and all that. All right, next one's called One Artist. Who is one artist you wish the entire world knew about? Other than yourself.
Wow. This is a strange answer. My girlfriend, Bailey Cole,
Okay.
she's such a beautiful soul and her voice is incredible. And she's a great artist, songwriter, person. She's independent. She's working so hard. And her music is very soothing. So I wish that everybody had a chance to hear that and her tone and how calming it is. So
Nice.
shout out to Bailey Cole.
Nice. And I do that one because I want people to know, we're going to tag and feature that person and all that. So
Yeah, Bailey Cole, love you, girl.
All right, next one. What is the biggest lesson that you have learned directly from music?
The biggest lesson that I learned from music is that life has unexpected chapters. And, some days this is my friend Paul Worley taught me this. Some days are diamonds and some days are shit. And you're going to have bad days and you're going to have things that happen that you're like, oh my God, it's so annoying, or something that has nothing to do with you, but it affects you in a sideways way because somebody you're affiliated with or something that you may have said or whatever. So I think that in music, it's an unexpected ride and it has a roller coaster of ups and downs and also different chapters. But I think music has taught me to be flexible and to go roll with the punches, even down to like going to the grocery and I wanted the limoncello LaCroix, but they don't have that one.
Yeah.
Instead of getting annoyed and being like, I hate Kroger, they never carry the one I like. It's like, okay, well, I've never tried this strawberry one, so I'll just try that and I'll get it next time. Music has taught me how to and how to be flexible and to try and to have curveballs thrown at you and learn how to pivot quickly. Mm-hmm. Because there's been situations where we went to a gig and it was like, oh my God, I didn't know there was going to be all these kids here. So we got to take out, our drinking song because this is a church, Mm-hmm. So there's things like that like you have to learn how to pivot quickly, easily. You miss the flight. Oh my gosh, you missed the plane because you didn't think about the time zone change, things like that. Mm-hmm. So music has helped me to kind of learn how to be like, dang, we missed the flight. Like, all right, well, let's go over the gate. This is stupid. I can't believe we did it. Let's fix it rather than like having an anxiety attack.
Yeah, I love that. Great answer.
Yeah.
All right, next one's called Moment of Gravity. Can you look back in your life and see a moment in time that really kind of changed your trajectory as an artist more than any other? Like this can be a person or an event or an item, just something that you can look back at and, maybe music went from a hobby to this is like what I want to do kind of
I would probably say just the very first time I got a gig. It was at Mug Shots in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and they were paying like $100 or $150 to come play, whatever, in a tip bucket.
thing.
And that changed my life. That very first, the guy's name is Boudreaux, and I'm
Yeah. You can get
still
paid
really
for
good
this?
friends.
That's crazy.
And
Right?
but I'm like,
Yeah.
they're gonna pay me and they're gonna put a bucket out where other people can give me more money. Like, do these people know that I would do this for free?
Right?
Like, I feel like this is like crazy.
Mhm.
So that was when I was at Mugshots and the very first gig, and the guy that was playing before me was in the little back room counting all his money. And he was all excited and had all his money, and he was very like doing that. He had obviously been doing that for years. And I remember being like, wait a minute, you made all that money? And he's like, yeah, people tipping me. And I said, what do you mean tip you? And he's like, well, if you play a song they like, or, you play Midnight Train to Georgia, they might give you a little $10, their favorite song, their mom's favorite song, whatever, you kind of connect. And I just said to him, I said, man, I would do this for free.
Yeah.
And he looked at me, he goes, girl, that won't last long.
Right? I bet it didn't either. Once no.
About 2 gigs later, I was there counting too.
I love that. Good stuff.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. All right, next one's called Grateful. Can you tell me 3 things that you're the most grateful for?
You're such a good interviewer.
Thank you.
The 3 things that I'm most grateful for is, first of all, my voice.
Yeah.
My voice is, I am not snotty because I did not create this voice. God did. So I find it to be very turn off when I meet people who think that because God gave them that gift that they can be a bitch. Like, I don't get that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, how do you not see that you didn't do that? Like, God did that. So I don't understand how you missed that. Like, you got the ultimate gift from God that so many people would want to have, and you're going to be a jerk about it. Like,
Right.
That's crazy to me. So, humility and appreciation for your voice. Of course, yes, it takes care. You have to drink a lot of water. You have to do your vocal warm-ups. You have to get better. You have to learn how to breathe. Yes, but like at the end of the day, you sing like that because God did that. So I'm sorry, but you're not that awesome. Like, stop being a snot. So I'm very grateful for my vocal cords. I'm very grateful for Waldrup Worldwide, which is my people all across the world who love and support my music and stream it, share it, love it, appreciate and support me. If I launch a hat, they buy it. If I want launch a t-shirt, I'm very grateful for the people who make it possible. Mm-hmm. And then I would say I'm very grateful for my team. I've got some people who volunteer with me. And that is just such a gift from God. I mean, people who will kind of be there for me. Bonnie Bostic is my rock. She is behind me no matter what. She's there through the good days, the bad days, the upside down days, the sideways, and everything in between. So I'm really grateful for her and for my friend Robin Roberts. He's also my manager. Very grateful for their passion and zest for music. I'm very grateful for my husband. He's part of my team. He's, if he needs to show up and represent me in a pearl snap, he's going to iron that thing out and look great and drive the band or go put my guitar in a safe hotel room. He'll jump in and help. My band. So basically just my whole team. Hunter Jurgens, who's always helping with digital. She does my digital. My publicist, Scott. I mean, it's just my team.
Yeah.
My team. And people want to give me all the credit, but I'm like, can we please bring everybody on the stage right now? Yeah. I don't know that there's enough room for everybody that made this night happen. So it's interesting that everybody wants to clap and give you the credit, but there's so many people that are standing in this room that made this possible.
Yep, it's true. The ones behind the curtain is what makes it happen, man.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
It's funny. I forget who said it, but like when you look at a machine, a well-oiled machine, you can never visibly see the cogs that make it work.
Yeah.
You know
Thank
what
you
I'm saying?
Love that. Yeah.
So I feel like with this show, the songwriter, the producer, everybody behind the scenes, the cogs, those are the ones that I also want to shine a light on as an interviewer and Like we have songwriters on the show all the time that have won Grammy Awards that nobody's ever heard their name, and that like legitimately hurts my feelings, right? Like literally, that's why I do this, right? So,
I love that.
yeah, I love it. So, last question, it might be the hardest one for you to answer. Who is Karen Waldrup?
Karen Waldrup is a girl from South Louisiana who loves people, who loves to have a good time, who loves to enjoy life at its fullest. Somebody who loves to give back when she can, even if it's just the smallest thing. I love to give back to people. I love to be generous. Karen Waldrup is somebody who loves our military, who loves Haiti, who loves horns, who loves New Orleans, the beach, people,
And turtles.
dogs,
Don't forget turtles.
turtle. Yeah. I feel like I'm a good artist. I feel like I'm a great wife. And I feel like sometimes I'm maybe not the best daughter. And that's something that I'm constantly working on, being there for my mom in better ways. And I feel like I can be incredibly channel focused, which can also cost me sometimes in my personal life. So that's something I work on as well, making sure that I have the right balance. You know, sleeping in the morning if I need to, like taking care of myself. I love to work out. I enjoy doing home workouts. I know that sounds kind of dorky, but I do.
Not
I
at
really
all. I have videos. I'm a content creator. I do. We used to do something called Fitness on Scene.
yes.
So
Yes.
I would just do something like I'd find a little pond somewhere and do a yoga workout and then just put it on YouTube.
Yes.
Why not,
Yes.
right?
My sister told me about home workouts. I'm like, years ago. I'm like, I'm not ever going to work out from home. No way. I was hooked on going to the YMCA and getting a locker and parking. And then I realized, like, I am wasting like an hour just parking. And
Well, then COVID happened too, right? So it's like, man, like the
and then
gym
I was
was
like,
so scary at that time.
and I was like, can you send me that home workout link? And I never
Mm-hmm.
went back. The
Yep.
results are great. It's quick. It's efficient. I don't have to fix my hair. It's great.
Yep. I love that. Guys, I want to let everybody know how you can follow along with Miss Karen Waldrup. It's KarenWaldrup.com. I'm also going to list all of her @, so you can follow on social media. On Facebook, it's @Karen Waldrup. X is @Karen Waldrup. Instagram is @Karen Waldrup Music. TikTok is @Karen Waldrup Music. YouTube is just Karen Waldrup. You can follow along and stream her everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, all over the place. Miss Karen Waldrup, thank you so much for being my guest today on the Boston Chris
Thank
Show.
you so much. You did such a great job. I had a great time.